We've already done 2 episodes of our world trip, and so far nothing's gone horribly wrong. So, of course, we are overdue for a massive problem. At the end of the last episode, you left us in Tiara, 4 days into our ride from Sydney. That's where you're going to pick it up this morning, and you join us with sunny dispositions and no idea that things were all about to go horribly wrong. We're back.
We're in Tiara.
Well, we're leaving Tiara now. It's about 8:15, and we've got an absolutely mega day ahead of us. We're going to try and do some off-roading, go and try and track down a downed
double-decker plane.
That's
B-double, it's a bus plane.
World War II plane.
That's what I was saying.
But it's a long way away and the roads are quite slow, so it's going to be a lot of riding today. First thing we're going to go and do is go and get coffee in Biggenden, which is a perfectly cromulent town.
It ennobles even the weakest and poorest of spirits.
That's right. So we'll see you in Biggenden. Stop for some brekkie. Well, pies, if you can call that brekkie. In a place called Biggenden. Harry also went to the post office because he's been complaining about how much weight he's carrying on the bike, so he's forward shipping some of the contents of the bag on the top. And now we've got another big leg, another 3 hours I think of riding to get to this forest that we want to go to. So we'll go get fuel first and then we'll head off.
We've made it to some beautifully painted silos in Monto. It's been a bit of a grind this morning. We've ridden many hours west and now we're headed north, and Liz is in the middle of still moving out of the house and organising house cleaning because we're very well organised folks. So we're probably going to stop here and stretch our legs because goodness knows my butt needs it. And then continue on our way, seeing how far north we can get. We still want to see beautiful Betsy. We still want to camp tonight. We'll see how that goes. What the hell?
What's wrong?
I have no power.
Okay, let's roll out of people's way then.
Hope that's not another fuse gone.
So we tried to leave. We're still at the silo. We tried to leave and Harry's bike won't start, so we think it might be the fuse. If you watched our last series, he had a fuse blow. So we're going to test that out. If it is that, it's a very quick fix. It's a very quick temporary fix, I should say. because there's obviously an underlying problem if the fuse keeps blowing. Oh dear.
Blown again.
Okay, we found the same blown fuse as we expected, which is very good in terms of we can get away very quickly, but at some point Harry has to have a think about what's actually wrong with his electrics that are blowing up his bike. Any thoughts, subscribers? We could use all the help we can get.
My thought is I've got a short somewhere through the loom somewhere. I've got that, or it's just too much draw between the Garmin, the phone, which is also doing a it charges with what do you call those? Those like proximity pads, which are quite inefficient. Between all those things, it might just be too much draw. I don't know the electrics. I always just nope out of doing the electrics properly, or just go, oh, changing that fuse fixes it, so it's fixed. But I know it's not. The problem is going to come back. Hopefully it comes back no more than 5 times.
Anyway, for now, Harry will just put the bike back together and we will continue onward. Problem for another day, I think.
My GPS suggests that this just goes to a dead-end sort of caravan park at the gorge.
Yeah, same.
So what my GPS is suggesting is that you took us the wrong way. It says here, it's Liz's fault. So I missed it. I think you left your backpack on the ground and ran over it.
With all the confusion, we've still got about an hour and a half of a ride to get to the place we wanted to get to. And where we are now, or close to us, has a camping site. So we're gonna go and see if those guys will have space and camp there. Not where we planned to end up tonight.
We are where we are.
We are where we are, yeah. Given a few issues with Harry's bike, the fuse blowing, my bag ripping, us losing complete track of where we're supposed to go. Actually, we've ended up somewhere pretty nice. The campsite's really nice. It's camping, you know, someone's making us dinner tonight, and there's coffee available in the morning, but that's all right. In an hour, we've got dinner, and apparently it's supposed to rain overnight. 80% chance of about 10 mil. So it could be interesting overnight. Hopefully we go to bed early and sleep okay. Harry usually sleeps badly because we've got to cover a lot of miles today. Because we didn't make it where we wanted to make it, we've now got to cover 1,000 kilometers in the next 2 days, including going off-road. So I'm feeling my back up against it. But anyway, we'll be fine.
Yeah. It's an adventure either way. Like things going wrong is my favourite bit.
Hello again. Been waiting in the tent for the rain to stop this morning. Just been having a walk around. Everything's a little damp, but I think we can at least start packing stuff away. It's about 7:15, 10 to 7. So maybe we'll get away by 8, which is when the office opens, so they might make us a coffee. Yeah, let's get packing. We are packed up. We have got coffees, and the lady has given us, look there, paper directions to get to the plane we want to find. She says it's quite a long way, about 100 kilometers, and the track's quite four-wheel drivey. So, good news. Harry's just doing the last bits of putting the bike back together. We'll finish our coffees and then we'll be on the way.
Can you hear me? You might need to come back here. Something just started smoking and that fuse blew again.
What was smoking?
Smoke was coming out of there and out of there, and then it died, same as it did last time the fuse blew. What that probably means is there's a short, one, possibly two. I gotta find it. I also saw some smoke coming from under the tank, so I've taken off the tank, and that's what we've got. And you'll see in there, those have all cooked, and down there. And I'm just working under the hopeful presumption at the moment that if we wrap these up and put a new fuse in it, we will at least be able to get somewhere that somebody can fix it. But I'm slightly worried because replacing a wiring loom is a big ass job. Basically means you pull the entire bike apart. And it's like a week, I think. Plus you've got to wait for it. You've got to wait for Suzuki to send it, which is in COVID times probably going to be a while. I might have to put my stuff on a bus or something and get the bike put on a truck at no small expense and get it all sent up that way. We'll see. We'll figure it out, plan. What are you doing, Liz?
I'm trying to unpick the healthy wires from two fused. Like you can see this white and this tan colour one. It's a bit of a mess. They're all fused together or melted together.
So peeled it back from here. Problems seem to start there and go forwards, but wherever we find that grey wire, we find it cooking. The grey and the brown wire all the way up to the headlamp unit, and then around here it becomes really ugly. What are your thoughts?
It's a good game. It's definitely very on brand for us.
Bumbling. This is my guilty face.
What are you guilty about?
It's just that I don't know. I haven't paid enough attention to wiring, and
Yes, we did get some warning signs, didn't we?
you mean the fuse repeatedly blowing and us just going, putting in a new fuse fixes the problem?
Yeah. So we're saying grey, yellow and white. Or is it orange and white? No, orange and white. White. No, that's not right. So as brown, it should also continue to... Ah yeah, you can see there it continues as both.
Right.
So it continues as its own wire, which is the license light, and then the grey wire is the brake light. So both of those are lights, so that's okay.
So get rid of them. Can I chop them all off yet?
I just want to do the whole circuit.
But I just...
No! So, it might be premature for me to take credit for this, but we can edit it, so. I had a look at the wiring diagram for the DR650 and looked at the grey and brown wires and where they impact. So they impact the rear lights, the license lights, the front lights.
No more speeding fines.
And they go up to the ignition switch, which Harry says actually that's not impacting the ignition, but it's that the ignition will turn on the lights. So it doesn't seem like there's any major systems that are connected to those wires. So we believe we can just take them out and the bike will run.
I'm just going to chop that off there. I was so ready to quit this. I was like, put it on a truck, get somebody else to do it.
It was already in Darwin in your mind.
Yeah, I was already buying a new bike. This is like, let's look at the wiring diagram. I was like, were you crazy? Insanity.
Look at the bird.
Look at the wire. Oh my God, the wire. Get over here, fella. You don't need to run away. You're very pretty. Come to help us out here. Two. There. We haven't stripped that, by the way. That whole thing has just cooked itself. Delicious. So, fresh fuse. We've removed the lights, the offending wiring. So,
is it the whine? Are you hearing a whine?
yeah. We thought we heard a whine, but it was just a different problem, which we're going to ignore. Moment of truth. I'm going to put this back in. No headlamp. So then we can turn this on.
It didn't explode.
Didn't explode. Oops, we didn't put this back together yet. So I think bit by bit, plug that in. Lights are coming on. So power's getting to the engine. It shouldn't start. Obviously it's got no tank, no fuel. But that's good. Here we go. We're almost done. I solved it all myself without any help from the DR650 group of Australia or Liz. Just with grit and determination and a few bolts of inspiration from the blue. And the lesson in this is just sit in a puddle and give up and start planning on sending your bike by truck, and problem will fix itself. I want to say a big thank you to the DR650 Club of Australia, particularly Peter, for pushing us towards the wiring diagram and giving us some ideas of what those wires do, because I was absolutely about to put this thing on a truck and send it to a wrecker and buy a different bike or give up on riding altogether. So thank you very much, and to Liz, who then made sense of the wiring diagram. I think we're good to go, but time will be the test. What's happened, Liz?
The bag's come off the back of my butt. Right. Where is your tussie? So you wouldn't have noticed it because you've just overtaken me. And then it came off.
So it's my fault.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't have noticed anything was wrong.
That's right. Right, I'm pretty sure, quite confident that's not going anywhere. And I've done it through the strap, which means slightly what I was thinking, yes, as I started saying it. Pretty confident that's not going anywhere. Welcome.
I think we managed to rescue something from a pretty ordinary start to the day. Actually, I think we both worked together pretty well, and we're both in good moods now that we are in a motel in Rocky. Really nice motel, actually. Good food, friendly people. Actually, I should show you a map because I haven't really been showing you where we've been going. So starting from Sydney, we have gone all the way up the coast to here, Rockhampton. And over the next couple of days, we'll keep heading north. We're aiming to get to Cairns, where we'll go diving. Actually, that's why Harry is again not here for these videos, because he is studying his course so that he can come diving in a couple of days. And we're both planning to get a really early start tomorrow so we can make up some time because of all the issues we've had. So we're hoping to get to Townsville tomorrow. Yeah, so I think I'm going to finish this beer and then go straight to bed, which I'm ready for bed. I'm so tired. And it's, 8 o'clock. So that's it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do like the video, put some comments below with any thoughts, and of course subscribe if you want to see where we get what happens next, what goes wrong next. Harry's bike hasn't really got a proper fix, so I'm sure there are more things to go wrong. When we get to Cairns, we'll do a proper bit of work on it to make sure that we're all happy again. But yeah. Drama. We're always drama. See you guys next time.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that's your favourite place to get a scratch. Okay, we were friends a moment ago, but now a little bit we are not so friendly.
It's gonna be like the monkeys in Hampy.
What's that?
It's gonna be like the monkeys in Hampy. He's gonna run off with your wallet.